Welcome, fam, to the week 6 recap. I'm here with my wonderful co-host this time around, the manager of Murphy's Law. That is Tyler Shimoleski. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on. I was chuckling at the beginning of this intro because right before we hop on here, you asked me who's on my hat, and I was like, "Well, that's Ken Griffey Jr." And then your response is, I don't know who that is. And
Yeah.
I have to laugh because, he's my favorite player of all time, but potential, he's never going to be considered the greatest player of all time. I get it, people. I get it. But I will say for the 1990s, he's probably the greatest player of the 1990s. I believe he was a 10-time gold glove center fielder.
Okay.
The man has hit, I believe, over 600 home runs. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he's stolen like over 500 bases. His like lifetime batting average is like around 300. He is incredible as a player, and you don't know who the hell he is. And that's sad. It's
I,
okay.
I have no knowledge of baseball, to be honest with you.
That's true. You're not a baseball guy.
Yeah.
That's true. Because if you name some NASCAR guy, I'm not going to know it. Like I don't know.
Look, there's Dale Earnhardt behind me on the wall there.
I did see that. I know. That's why I brought it up. Now I know him. At least I know
Yeah.
him. It's funny. I never realized when you're growing up and you see these like NASCAR driver interviews, like you never realize how small these people are. Like they always
Yeah.
seem like he seemed like a big guy, like he's this big Dale Earnhardt, blah blah. But wasn't he like 5'5" or
Yeah. They're all short and lightweight. You want to be as lightweight as possible, go the
like a
fastest track as you can. So,
yeah, it's like a
yeah.
jockey, you know.
Yeah.
Like Kyle Busch looks huge, but he's probably just like 5'10", a buck 90. You know, I don't know. Is
Yeah.
he big? Kyle Busch looks like he's a big guy.
Hang on. What? No.
Reagan.
You can come say hi if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, good to see
How are
you.
you?
Wonderful. And I see a little bit of your new place. We'll have to.
Yeah.
Tyler can give you a tour afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll do it after.
Yeah.
We won't let the fam, flow through that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Good to see you. All right, cool. I get to get a little tour of the place. Well, shoot, I'm gonna be like probably crashing at your pad sometime or something.
You got to. We got a queen bed in the spare room.
Yes.
Always welcome.
I only sleep on queen or larger, so that's how I am. I can't twin bed. Mm-mm. Not even for my single
Dude,
body. Mm-mm. Can't do. I'll sleep on a couch.
that's what I slept on in college was a twin bed, and it's no. I
Yeah.
will never sleep in a twin bed again.
I had a twin bed, in the dorms. You get twins. They're like the
Yeah,
longer twin beds, for, just in case there's a tall person, but you get those. And then I was in like a full in my first apartment. Yeah, but then after that, I went back to twin for a couple of places that are like four
yeah,
bedroom places. Because were you in like four bedroom type
yeah,
like place?
yeah.
Like those always were smaller, to where you kind of
The
like,
rooms are tiny. Yeah.
yeah, you needed that twin bed.
Uh-huh.
Do you still have your race car bed at that point? Is that in there?
I did
I
have
can
one when
see
I
it
was
now.
a kid.
Yeah. How's your new job going, by the way? You've been at it
Uh,
for how long now?
I think this is week 6 now. It's been going
Okay.
well. Yeah. So no complaints yet.
For all who didn't know, Tyler was up in northern Indiana near South Bend, where Notre Dame plays, in a place called Goshen. But now you are back home.
Yeah.
In You're in Fishers is where you're living.
Yeah.
In that Noblesville area, generalized area.
Yeah. Work
Which
in
is
Greenfield.
where?
I work in Greenfield.
Greenfield. Okay.
Yep.
How far is that from you? Because is that south side of Indy?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not it's not too far. It's like a 35-40 minute drive. It's not terrible. But
No, not awful. You already kind of had one like that with your previous place, right? Wasn't your previous place like a half-hour drive, even in
it was like
Goshen?
25 minutes. It honestly wasn't bad because I
Yeah.
have like country roads and I would just fly. So
Whereas now you're probably having to go through some traffic at times and
yeah,
stuff.
it's like I take interstate there and on the way home it's like back roads. But yeah, just depends on the time of day.
Well, I'm glad it's going well, and I'm glad you're back home and hopefully enjoying more of that, being around more of your friends and family too. That's important.
I am. It's back into basketball and working out and
All the
seeing
things.
family. Yeah, doing all kinds of stuff now.
Good for you. All right. Ah, the hooping days. Those were some of the most fun
Yep.
days when I was still hooping. I
Oh,
cannot
I
do
love
that
it.
now.
I love it.
Yeah. Enjoy it while it lasts, man, because yeah. I mean, I guess I got to play with you not too long ago within this year, and I
Yeah,
hadn't really ran full court in a long time, and that was fun. I had a good time, but
that
I
that
was
was
it was
fun.
that was one of those where it went better than I thought it would. I'll say that, and I
Yeah,
didn't end up
yeah,
fully injured at the end of it, so that's good.
that's always a plus.
Yeah, yeah. I thought we played well. I thought we were good additions to that. I thought you were crushing it, man. You were playing some great ball, driving the hoop well, shooting the ball well, playing some good
just
defense.
I'm just a shooter. That's that's what I like to do.
But you were driving it well. I remember you were driving
Yeah,
well,
sometimes
and
I will. I
it
don't know.
was yeah. So I felt like we helped out, and they liked you enough to say, "Hey, man, come on back. We like playing with you." So that was cool.
I never went back.
I know, but hey, it was weird. We got weird vibes. That was the place where that one guy played the first game, and then he just left. And then we are like, "Hey, where'd
Yeah,
our other player go? We just won." Like he said, and the one guy said something about how he like, "Oh, well, he can't play with 17-year-olds because of something that
yeah,
happened in the past." And
that
I was
was.
like,
I'm like, all right, what is Buddy here?
okay. And they just said it so nonchalant, like, "Yeah,
Yeah, like,
yeah, that's just how he is."
you can't play rough like
Okay.
this. All right.
I guess we won't go further into why he can't play with people under the age of 18. But okay.
Going to
You all,
stay. I'm 24, so I'll
yeah,
stay.
yeah. Game on. Continue. That was good, but that was a good time. All right. Well, we should probably stop boring people with this talk.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
should
Let's
probably
get to
get
the
into actual
thing at
like,
hand here.
yeah, fine, everybody. We'll get into the FFFL. Okay, fine. Okay. Do my thing like I do. From the get go, we're doing the week 6 recap. Already in week 6, man. We're already through week 6, going into week
I know
7.
it's crazy.
It is. We're going to do what we always do and talk about what happened this past week, who got whooped upon, and who made it real close and had maybe some tough L's. Then getting the injury report with Dr. Sam this week. Hit the waiver wire what to do's. Trade block. Spoiler, no trades. Comments of the week. And then our week 7 matchups. Are you ready to roll with me?
Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. Gonna start off with Zach stomping heads again. This time, though, it was a cheese head that he stomped. And by 70 points almost on the dot. So it was by a heavy margin. What's a one note that you had from this matchup as to why he may have stomped his head like he is known
Well,
to
you got to put a quarterback in that's playing
do?
starters.
That would
But
be helpful. Unfortunately,
yeah,
he didn't
not
have one because JJ McCarthy was A on bye and B wouldn't have played if he was because he's not healthy. But
yeah.
yeah,
I
0
mean,
points there hurts.
it doesn't. I don't think it really would have mattered. I mean, this was a brutal beating. So, but I
Yeah,
mean, Zach's been on a he's been on a tear right now. So
he is. He got high point of the week again, second week in a row, first person to win
yeah,
it twice. And if you look at it, the top 4 players listed on here, it's quarterback, 2 running backs, and Pickens. I mean, those 4 players combined. So we're talking Dak Prescott, Jonathan Taylor, Rico Dowdle, and George Pickens combined for like 115, 120 points, something crazy. So like, yeah, how you gonna stop that when there's 4 of his players do that, and then the rest are just kind of added on to that? That is
yeah.
tough. Um,
JT's been playing his brain out. he's
yeah, honestly, he's looked great. He's
I
been
don't
running back one.
is he the number one running back in the league right now? He's got to be
Yeah,
close. Yeah,
absolutely, he is.
yeah.
you're going to even see it when we go to like next week's matchups. I mean, he's projected near 30 points each week. Like that's how good Jonathan
That's
Taylor is playing right now.
that's
In
insane.
fantasy football, he's projected for that. We don't get quarterbacks projected for that, and they're usually the highest point earners,
Yeah,
in our. So if you see a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen, they'll occasionally be around there. But JT is now up into that. He is the It was CMC 2 years ago with me. It was Saquon last year, and this year it is Jonathan Taylor right now doing tons of work. But that Dak Prescott, George Pickens stack is helping him too. He unfortunately had an injury of Ibuka, but on the other side, Cheesehead Champions had an injury of Puka Nakua as well. So that kind of evened itself out in the end. But you're right, it was just a total ass whooping that was laid down. So not much else to say other than Zach's got a really nice squad over there, and he is rolling right now. Feel bad for the person who's on this call who's going to face him.
yeah. I was just about to say.
But we'll get there a little bit later. Our next matchup I labeled not a chance. So funny. It was a butt spanking of the week where Sucka Dicka scoring about 107 put a butt spanking on the Licho Logis who scored just shy of 80. And with Devon Achan leading the way for Sucka Dicka. Any notes that you had for this matchup?
I would say the Rams defense and A Chain helped them out a lot. I know the Rams defense has been crazy because they gave the Colts kind of a hard time. I know.
Yeah, they're a good D.
Yeah.
What were you
So
saying? You said you know what? Sorry, I interrupted.
um I was gonna say I know Adonai Mitchell kind of threw that game for the Colts, but I mean they still played pretty solid defense. So
I think the Rams are one of the top teams in that league. And if you saw Kyle's power rankings this week, the Colts are right there with them too, though. So I think that was just a tough
yeah,
game overall. And the Colts have a good defense, and the Rams still scored upon them too. So lots of that's. I think those are just two good teams. But you're right, the Rams have a really good defense, and against Baltimore right now without Lamar Jackson, that's an important one right there. Um, but yeah, on the other side, Licho he's still looking for that running back, man. He's got and then when your wide receivers don't come through, he just had a tough week altogether. When Bryce Young was a good play though at quarterback, so give him a lot of credit here. He's trying to scrap and do it, but it's been a little tough for him. All right, let's move on to the next matchup, sir. And we have Bijanimal because Bijan came out big time last night. It's really helped kicker Hardly Knower at 125 beat the Swifties who were at 107 and a half. What's a note that you had from this game?
honestly,
Your
I feel bad for Zach.
Bijan.
I he's it's like if Zach or if Bob played any other team, he might win, but he always ends up playing a team that just scores higher than him, even though he's got high points. I mean,
I know, and that's tough. I was thinking the same. I'm like, Bob doesn't feel like a 1-5 team, So I feel like he's better.
yeah,
But yeah, it's like happening that way for him. And to your point, it's like 107 and a half. I'd say, yeah, you're right in the middle there. Like you have a chance to win or not. But when Bijan scores almost 40, unfortunately, there was no chance there for Bob after Monday night. So that's a tough one. But he falls to sixth in the West after that tough loss, and he's now 1-5. But good news for him. Brian Thomas Jr., I think a second week in a row of having a good week. So that's good news on that trade that he made with me because I seem to get rid of my good players. So nice job, Bob. You got somebody there. But Allison goes to 4-2, winning record there and third in the East with that win. But yeah, she had him plus Jackson Smith and Jigba had a really nice game too. I do like that Tyler Warren kid though. They were doing all
dude,
sorts of stuff with him.
he's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah, he's really,
Yeah,
really freaking good. I like him a lot. That was a great pick by the Colts. Bears maybe should have gone after him instead of Loveland.
I don't know why they passed on him, but that's the Bears
Um,
for you.
I think from what I understood, Loveland they felt was more all around player. Meaning, I think they were looking for a guy that could block in their running game and their run scheme, where they didn't feel like Warren was that guy. But I'm like, I feel like Warren is like a to me, he seems like a Kittle kind of guy of like he'll do whatever he's got to do to freaking win the game. Like he
He's like
seems,
a Swiss Army knife. I think they had him in at fullback one game, or
yeah.
yeah,
And this week he got like a run kind of play
yeah.
out of the slot. Like it was a really interesting play, and he was in the slot at the time. So lots of stuff they're doing with Tyler Warren. So that's a nice tight end piece that Beat the Swifties has. Just get things stacked together, and it'll be all right. All right, let's move on to the next one. And this was our matchup, sir. So Caleb answers the call. I was hoping he wouldn't, but he did what he's supposed to
I'm
do
glad he
last.
did.
Went ahead and took it to me. What's a note from your angle in this one and how you were feeling maybe throughout the weekend and into Monday?
Well, so I was excited about my wide receiver production, but then of course my running backs decide not. Two of my running backs decide not to show up this week. So, um, honestly, I was thinking you were going to win at one point, and then your team wasn't really doing anything either. So I was like, maybe I still have a chance. And then it came down to Caleb Williams, and then I watched a little bit of that game, and um, ended up
Yeah.
winning it, definitely. But if I played anybody else, probably it wouldn't have fared too well.
Yeah,
So
you're just shy of 100 points, so you
yeah,
had just a little over 99 in the victory. I had 86, so definitely a rough one. I think you're right. Like both of us were in the bottom half of scoring this week, so very tough there for me. Without basically Green Bay, the Green Bay duo I have, it was real sad from everywhere else. So very tough game. Neither of our defenses scored any points, so hey, that evened out. But honestly, without Josh Jacobs' huge game, I pretty much I had most of my players in single digit scoring. Half your players were in single digit scoring. That's
yeah.
always going to be tough to get up there into the areas that we want to be, which is near where kicker hardly know where was, or Zach is a different story. That's one that's way up there. But if I'd like to get to that 125 area. If I can get there,
I,
I'd feel.
I almost started Jackson Dart until I watched your podcast last week. And
Oh,
Zach was like, maybe you should start Caleb Williams. And I'm like, maybe, but I should have trusted it myself and played Jackson Dart. He's been playing well.
man, been playing great, but that was a tough game.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going up against
Yeah.
Philly. What I didn't realize was that Jalen Carter was out and injured. That would change it up a little bit. He's their number one player on defense, a real interrupter on the defensive line for Philly. Knowing he was out, that is a different story for Jackson Dart. But man, that guy looked good. He just looked good as a player. It's kind of like watching Drake May. I would say fully
Yeah.
Drake May because I think Drake May is like he'll be one of the next top quarterbacks. That kid, he just seems to have it. But Dart looked the same in the pocket. He was really evading well in the pocket and staying, keeping his head up. I liked a lot of what he had. But you're right. So, but you won either way, so we'll let it be. But I
Yeah.
took another L. You go to 4-2 and first in the West, whereas I had to 2-4 and fifth in the East after that.
I haven't
L.
had this in a long time. So
Yeah, I love it, man. Loving it. Then we had
actually
two
have a
nail
team this
biters
year.
this week. So our first nail biter was So Bro getting beat swiftly with DeAndre Swift coming through with 30 points for Meow Meow last night in order to help push him ahead because that was a nail biter going into that. But anything that you noted from this matchup that was very close?
I mean, looks like Patrick Mahomes had to carry for Casey there. So, and then meow meow. It's a little more evenly spread out amongst the players, kind of. So, I think that's kind
Yeah. Oh, you got dinner coming for you?
I guess. Thank,
Nice.
thank you.
You don't get any break. I don't think she understands how this works. You don't get a break.
Yeah, I
You don't
don't
get,
get
you don't
breaks.
get a dinner break.
They don't pay me on
Shit.
break.
Shit. But no, you're right. Again, another team. But Sobro did it better than we did. So he only had four. He had four players in single digits for that team. I don't know why I say he because it's Samantha and Casey, but he
Yeah,
had four players, but um, in single digits. But his other four, shoot, you had Mahomes almost at 40, CMC, so Christian McCaffrey in mid 20s, doing really well. But to your point, Meow Meow only two players in single digits, and one of those is 9.9. So he's pretty close.
yeah,
A lot of guys in double digits. Maybe would have asked for more from certain players, but you can't ask for much more from a DeAndre Swift. Herbert looked good. Trey McBride doing well. And the Broncos defense having a great day of 9 sacks of Justin Fields, I know from personal experience. So lots of good stuff there. Nice W for Meow Meow to get go to 2-4 and fourth in the East, whereas Sobro has now lost a couple in a row. They were first in the West to start off this year, but now have fallen to third in the West after this week. Okay, our last game to touch on, closest one of the week and lowest, I think, point total in a victory would be Ricky's Rodent Rockets. They fell, scoring only 82, to the Jerry Jones Hate Club, who scored just shy of 88, so not much better. But they go to 5-1 with that victory and stay second in the East. Anything that you note as to why the Jerry Jones Hate Club may have eked this one out over Ricky's Rodent Rockets?
Skatebo.
Oh,
That guy's crazy. He runs like he does not care about getting injured. He's he's there for a
someone.
good time, not a long time. So
I love that. Well, and Jerry Jones Hate Club does it with Dalton Kincaid being out. Now we didn't know that, and he was a Monday night game, so it's tough to replace that. But he kind of gets lucky here, sneaking it out with that being the case, because that could have gone differently had Keon Coleman on the other side and Josh Allen, they combine for less than 20 points, whereas Josh Allen's normally pushing in the mid 20s himself. That was a definite problem for Ricky's Rodent Rockets, who now fall to 4-2 and second in the West behind Murphy's Law, who I have here on the podcast.
let's
Yeah,
go.
nice job, but still a real close matchup between two top teams there. Neither team came with their A game, but one had to walk away with the victory. And Jerry Jones Hate Club does and goes to 5-1. So nice job, Kyle. Well, that wraps up our week 6. And as you know, we got to get Sam paid. But this week, a little different. It was more of maybe a fundraiser, a thing that we donate to. I don't know. But for some of you, you might get this. But this week, it is Jack Sky Resort. The trip of a lifetime is waiting for you at Jack Sky Resort. Tons of outdoor activities to experience. You can take multiple trails and get at least 2 walks in a day. Go hiking in the mountains and connect with nature. Play some ball on one of our tennis courts. And in the winter, there's lots of playing and bounding in the snow. We also have daycare and an on site medical staff to ensure you stay feeling your best. So whether you want to just lounge around or stay active, Jack Sky Resort has something for everyone. And but for some of you who may not know, we unfortunately had to lay Jack to rest on Friday. He was an amazing companion for us for a little over 12 years, or about 12 years. I think we kind of got him around this date. We got him when he was about 8 weeks old. But yeah, we had to put him to rest. He just got a little too sick and weak. I don't even know if I'd say if he was sick or not, but he basically stopped eating, and then he got to where he wasn't moving or doing much at all, and we had to make that tough decision. But he is now crossed over that rainbow bridge and into doggy
Hmm.
heaven where he gets all the joy and love and gets to play ball with all sorts of others. So we miss you, Jack. We love you. And I don't really want to talk about it anymore. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. He's a good boy.
He was. He loved you, man. Oh man, when you came by, you and Aunt Stacy. Oh, he loved you,
Yeah.
dude.
He was a good dog.
He was. He was a tough one, but if you're in his circle and he trusted you, he was amazing. So
Hmm.
love that dude. All right, but now we do have an injury report to touch on. So we'll see what Dr. Sam has in store for us. Dr. Sam, where are you? See what I was saying about my computer, man? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did it just freeze or?
Yeah, I don't know because I had it set up perfectly and now it's not working. Wonderful.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I apologize everybody because it's like the second week in a row where the computer is things. Yep. I can't even pull up the internet now. This is where it
Oh
goes.
no.
Yeah, and it's funny I had it already set up. I'm like, okay, let's roll with it. Maybe this will work.
Nice.
It would be nice, but it's not. So,
Dr. Sam is lagging.
yep. This is just where the computer's at. I don't even know. I think I listened to it, so it should be fine. The recording from last time, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Nope. I will send out the injury report to everybody else later, I guess, because this computer is not able to handle it at this time. So too hot to handle for Dr. Sam's injury report. And of course, his backup didn't prepare one bit to discuss any of the injuries. However, I do know that Puka Nakua got injured in that game. Unsure what his timetable is for return, but that will impact the Los Angeles Rams offense in general. It might mean that you might look certain places for backups this week. Brock Bowers, they are looking at coming from basically potentially sitting out again this week because they have the week 8 bye. So they're looking to have him potentially rest one more week. So that way he gets 2 weeks off and then can come back in week 9. So that's another one that I am fairly aware of. Otherwise, I'm sure there's more. Fred Warner, a major impactful linebacker for the San Francisco defense. He is now out with a season ending injury, and therefore that defense just lost Joey Bosa recently, too, or Nick Bosa, I should say, hurting heavily on the San Francisco 49ers defense. And with Fred Warner out, he was the linchpin for that whole thing and how they ran their entire defense. So, might be one that you could exploit if you look at it, would be that San Francisco 49ers defense now with their two top pieces basically being gone. So, I know about those. Others are like Christian Watson, wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, could be coming back this week. He's coming off an ACL tear, but it wasn't as impactful of a tear, I should say, as others. So it wasn't like a full knee issue. So should be back quicker, but he could be coming back this week, coming off of IR. Same with George Kittle. So George Kittle, the tight end for the San Francisco 49ers, could be coming off of IR this week as well. And they heavily need him because Juwan Jennings, their wide receiver there, Said he has five broken ribs and a high and low ankle sprain. So that's why he's been in and out of lineups and not doing as well for them. But they are just injury prone altogether. It's just a tough one. Um, Good news for Lichologist, Lamar Jackson. They go into a bye this week, but he should be able to return and be the starting quarterback in week 8 when they come out of that bye. So that would be nice for him. That's about all I got. We'll figure out the IR report. I'll try to send it maybe with this whole thing, or you can just take my word for it. How about that?
I think
All
you did
right.
good.
Hi. Sorry that has happened. I, the computer's just awful. But now we got to get into waiver wire what to do. Denzel has no idea. He's like, "What's going on? What's happening?" Okay,
Foosball.
foosball. Let the boys play. That's what he said. All right, but let's start with these waiver wire quarterbacks. Don't have too many with some buys this week, but here is our list of them. Any of these guys tickle your fancy?
Maybe Tua.
No, Tua.
Uh, that's probably about it.
Yeah, it's rough out here this week. I'm not going to lie to
Yeah.
you, people. I would. Here's. I I hate him, but I would say like either quarterback maybe in the Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati game. It should be a decently high scoring game. Pittsburgh, um, hasn't shown that consistently this year that they're a great defense yet. So Joe Flacco, we all know he just slings it. That man just throws the ball around. That's
Yep.
the Thursday night game too. So could be fun to have one of those guys. If you're streaming the position, I'd rather know on Thursday what I should do with the rest of my lineup probably. And then I'd throw Michael Penix in there. I think he's been up and down a little bit, but they're going against that San Francisco 49ers defense I was just talking about. And he's looked good the past 2 weeks. So he could be a guy that you go for. This is his second year, but consider him a rookie. He only played like 3 games last year. So what? He's now played I think 5 or 6 games. No, because they had a bye week. So he's only played 8 total games in his career. Let's give the guy some slack. He's shown that he has the potential to do it. And I would say 5 or 6 of the 8, he's actually been a good quarterback. So I don't think we should freak out when he had 2 bad weeks in a row.
What was
But
his
anyway,
injury?
what's up
What was his injury?
for Penix?
Yeah, last year.
I don't know if they had an injury. It was just that they were starting Kirk Cousins in the
Oh,
beginning of
okay.
everything, and then he came in and he played lights out the last 3 games. So it showed a lot of promise, and he looked good. I like him throwing to Drake London, don't you?
I do. I don't know. I never know if I should play him or not because it's like he went off this week, but you
And the
know,
week prior, he's
yeah, the
gone
week
off the week
prior.
before their bye, and now the week after.
Maybe I should start playing him.
We'll talk about it here in
Yeah,
a little bit. But let's move on to running backs on the waiver wire again. Very slim pickings here.
yeah.
I put down pick your backup. I mean, I that's kind of what I put down. I don't know what to tell anybody here. I was
I'm in
if you
need of
don't have
a
anybody, I
backup
don't.
running back, but
Yeah, and that's what
I
it is.
I wouldn't want to pick any of these guys.
No, I would tell you Blake Corum. I actually liked how he looked for most of the year so far. He just then got injured, and he did have like a rough, I believe, turnover in the last game. But before that, he had been real solid as a backup. Could be it. Pick your Washington running back. I mean, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt got pretty much all the carries. McNichols, I would take just because he gets the passing down work, and they're playing Dallas, who's going to throw the ball a lot. So maybe I'll throw that out there. I think Jeremy McNichols for Washington, the running back, is a good pickup this week because they're playing the Dallas Cowboys, who are going to score and put them in passing situations, and therefore he's their pass catching back for Washington. He might be a good one this week. But otherwise, find your backup, have fun with it. All right, let's go to the wide receivers. We did have some injuries, as I mentioned, with the Los Angeles Rams, Puka Nakua, who probably will not be playing this week. If Dr. Sam would have could have got some words out, geez, I mean, what good is he? Um, but maybe a Rams wide receiver. Anybody on here that you thought did well this past week that you might play or that you might want to pick up going into week 7, or even past that, you know?
I maybe Slayton. I don't know. Didn't he have a good game or two earlier?
He did. If he's coming back off injury, he was injured
Yeah,
this past game. But you're right. I like that. I like that option. There's no Malik Neighbors anymore, and that he's their deep threat with Jackson Dart, as you mentioned too. So
yeah,
maybe that's a good one. But yeah, like I said, maybe either I'd go with maybe Jordan Whittington. I think fits better into the Puka Nakua role that they have there. He's just his hands haven't been as reliable as I'd like to see him, but otherwise big body guy that's looked good at times. Keishawn Booty had a great week with New England, but he's done that twice and otherwise been irrelevant. So always tough with that too. We're not sure what to do. Slim Pickens here as well, but good luck to anybody looking there. But
yeah.
tight end wise, we might have some people. You're always looking for streaming options here or guys that might do something well for you. Anybody on this list that you think could be a tight end to use this week if you needed one?
From past experience, I would say Dalton Schultz. I've had him in previous years, and he's kind of a boomer bust type of dude, or at least was back then. I don't know how he is now, but um,
Yeah, he gets a lot of play with injuries. I don't know how injured they are, but they do need weapons. They need people to throw to. So he's always up there. I like that call.
maybe Higby because Stafford. I mean, he's a gunslinger. He likes to throw the ball. So
And he's one that, with the Puka Nakua injury, maybe he gets more
yeah,
targets his way. I like that call for Higby. Maybe Higby is the one we put our stamp on this week because I do like that call. Playing Jacksonville, it's been a decently tough defense, but guys at the top could be good too because you did have forgot in the injury report the backup IR guy didn't talk about Ibuka who had a hamstring injury. Ibuka for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he's wide receiver there. He is hurt, and they pretty much have everybody hurt. So unless Mike Evans comes back, they will be without their top 3 wide receivers. So therefore, and Baker Mayfield keeps getting it done somehow because he's awesome. So Kate Otten, top of this list, might be a good choice, especially against that Detroit defense that hasn't looked great. And Michael Mayer, I just told you Brock Bowers probably not going to play until after their bye, so week 9. Michael Mayer could be a good one. He had a good week this week as well. So a couple guys at the top I think are good. And then AJ Barner has been very sneaky tight end this year. I think he's got like 3 or 4 touchdowns now on the season and has 2 or 3 useful weeks in fantasy. So take a stab at him. He seems like a target that Sam Darnold likes. Okay. Well, let's move away from the waiver wire. It's not that fruitful. You're going to have to dig, but this is where, you know, people like Licho love this time of year. He's going to find some gems in here. I already know it. Okay, now let's go to comment of the week. And someone already called it out as the comment of the week. Oh, sorry, Trade Central first, but I forgot we don't have any.
getting
Denzel's
ahead of
over here
yourself there.
wondering where are they? What's going on? Who's going to bring that? But, anyways, comment of the week was when Allison shared that Ditka sausage photo, and we are finding out what Sam thought of it. Casey said, he's got his mouth full. Give him a sec.
Yeah, I zoomed in on on the picture and saw it was Polish sausage, and I was just dying on the inside because of my Polish last name. So
Yeah.
nothing like some Polish meat in your mouth.
Yeah. I was always going to make a different comment. I will hold off on my comment with that. But yes, yeah, I thought that was very, very well done, very tasteful, and I even like the photo. The photo's funny, like such a weird
Yeah,
advertisement. But here in Chicagoland, people loving it. Probably all sorts of people buying them dick of dogs. Yeah, I don't know, but I like
Pick a
that.
dog.
But Andy was correct. That was the comment of the week. All right. Yep. Oh, one moment.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Always with this thing. We got somebody hopping on a
Carl.
Carl, a Carl hopping on the line. I don't know who this person is. Hello, sir. Sir, you
Yeah,
calling in? You calling into the podcast?
yes, sir. This is Carl. I
Oh,
spoke with you a while ago.
oh yeah. You called in last week, Carl.
I think that might have been before, but I just had a couple of things I wanted to kind of. I had a question, but I have a couple of things to say because when I called in, you had that one kid on there, kind of a hater, and I didn't know what to think about your league.
Yeah.
But then, I watched you last week, and it really got to my heart that you guys welcome in that chubby feller that has that Down syndrome. He spoke pretty well, but who you have on tonight? That's what I want to know.
Well, tonight we have the manager of Murphy's Law on here, Tyler Shemileski.
Tyler.
Do you know
I,
his
I
work?
I do not have
Was it?
chubby Down syndrome.
No.
Oh, well, I'm about ready to say that, but okay. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yes, sir. I thought it was
I
a pretty simple question.
I win. I win fantasy games.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's good for you. Okay,
what do
good.
you do, Carl? What is it
Yeah.
exactly?
What do you do, Carl?
Well, I like to have mustard with them fried taters. That's my favorite thing to do. They're really good. Do you like mustard with your fried taters? They're really good.
I'm more of a ketchup guy myself, Carl.
You look like you would be. You look like you would be.
What's
But
that mean, Carl?
well, I don't know.
You can't cut
But
it.
but I just want to. I know a lot of you have Indiana ties, so I'm sure you're pretty excited about Indiana University being number 3 in the country
Hell
right now.
no.
What?
Hell no.
Why would you not root for the Hoosiers?
Because I use socks. You know that. Come on, Carl.
Oh,
Where are you
okay.
from, Carl?
United States of America.
Well, which state?
In the, I'm in the heartland, man.
Where's
We're
the?
corn. We're corn fed and hand spanked here.
Mhm, mhm.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You,
You
you
know
want them?
that
You want them
that one.
Huskers?
What?
You want them corn
Huskers?
Huskers?
No, no, no. I root for them Hoosiers. They're pretty good.
Mm.
You know, you know. I heard up in West Lafayette, golf courses only have 14 holes
Why is that?
because they can't get to the final four.
Hey, preseason #1 ranking right now.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. But I did also, that hater kid didn't like Jerry Jones, but he kind of has a good point because Dallas Cowboys are kind of like possums. They
Yeah.
play dead at home and they get killed on the road.
You got some good ones tonight, Carl. Man, you are kind of on fire. Let's see.
Well,
Ricky
when I
Bobby.
had sit down and have some fried taters with mustard, I got time to come up with this material. But I do have a question.
Shoot.
All the wide receivers suck this year and getting hurt. Can we
Yeah.
replace them with a kicker?
Carl, you do seem to be on that kicker club in the kicker club. I have at least one team that would really appreciate your feedback on that.
Well, you get me in touch with them, and I'll be happy to discuss it.
Okay, we'll
All
do.
right. Well, you gentlemen have a good night,
You
and
too,
you do a
Carl.
great job with this program, man. I tell you, I enjoy watching it.
Well, we appreciate you as
Yeah.
a fan of one of those 10 watching it on YouTube.
I know you gotta get that subscription up, man. Get it
Yeah,
up there. Get it up.
I'll
All
start
right.
adver I'll start advertising more.
All right. All
All right,
right. Y'all have a good night.
you
You
too.
too,
Thanks for
Carl.
calling in,
Okay.
Carl.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, that's Carl. That's the second call in for Carl. But all right, well, that was very nice.
Reminds me of
I had to boot him out. He definitely didn't want to leave. Um, so I had to boot him just now and asked if I should report him. You think I should report him?
no, we like Carl
Okay.
for now.
For now, we'll stay with him. But well, thank you. But that was cool. At least we got one fan. That's nice. That's nice. All right. Well, Carl threw us off a little bit, but we'll keep it rolling here. This is where we sit after week 6. Same spot as last week in the East with Chubby Down syndrome at the top and Jerry Jones Hate Club just underneath, but a little bit of a shakeup here in the bottoms and the depths of it. Meow Meow moving up a spot, and Denzel Winnington moving down a spot. On in the West, man, a definite some shakeup here. Suckadicka was at the bottom with just the one victory, but beat the Swifties is now at the bottom with only one because Suckadicka took a W. EJ is the Cheesehead champions. He dropped down into 4th spot, going 3-3. Murphy's Law, who I believe was in that 4th spot, maybe that third hole, can't quite remember, but
Yeah.
you all jumped up to the number 1 spot at 4-2, with Ricky's Rodent Rockets taking an L and him dropping to 4-2 as well, and second in the West with Sobro Cases Aces just behind that at 3-3 in third. So definite lots of shakeup over there in the West. East is more of a shakeup in the bottom. And where we stand as far as points go, only 2 people over 700, and that is Chubby Down Syndrome, who is close to 800, and Sobro Cases Aces, who's a little bit over that 700 mark. Then following those 2, we have Jerry Jones Hate Club and Murphy's Law coming in behind them with Cheesehead Champions in that same group. And Kicker Hardly Know we're just shy of those folks, with Ricky's Rodent Rockets behind that, and then the rest of us following all of that. The bottom
The
4,
rest of the
we
pack.
are the bottom 4 scorers, so we should probably be in the bottom 4. That's how that goes. Most transactions by far, who could guess? Licho, Logis coming in. Him and I are the only ones in double digits, but Sobro Cases Aces holding on strong, not making a move to save their ass at all. They are just going to stay at 0. Can't be moving and shaking when you got a team like that. They do continue to score into that 115 to 125 range at a constant.
Yeah.
So I wish. Jesus Louises. Okay, now let's move on to next week, or I should say this coming week. And what does that look like? We're going to start with kicker Hardly Knower at 4-2 and third in the East, going up against the Cheesehead champions at 3-3 and fourth in the West. Anything that you can see from this matchup as to why, and I'm sorry I keep changing it. I just want this thing to move away from my screen, and this is where technology, I just get so flustered and frustrated as to, well, why is the bar hanging down low now when it wasn't hanging? It usually moves itself and it goes up. There, now it's gone up. Okay, 40. Like, I just want to squeeze it. Been a rough day with technology, and you can see where I am at with it. But I will go back to you, sir. Anything you see in this matchup to sway you one way or the other for these teams?
Well, hopefully Kyler Murray comes back for EJ. Maybe he can get back on track.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would say Allison probably would take this one. Looks like she's just got the better team with Najigba, Montgomery, Bo Nix. He's been pretty solid. So
Yeah, I think the same. I mean, she has Bijan. She has the number two wide receiver, number three running back on her team, along with other players that are in the top 20 at their position. I mean, her three running backs are all in the top 20, right? Tungus has actually done really well. That's the only thing I would say is if George Kittle comes back, she has to look for another tight end at that point. Whereas on the other side, Chiefs at champions, they are tight end rich. They have the number one tight end and the number three tight end on their team. Can't normally play them both, but you can technically in the flex spots if you wanted to. But he has that going for him. But to your point, Puka Nakua probably out for this week with his injury. He's having to replace that, but he does have Rasheed Rice coming back at this point. But he hasn't played football in a while, and so usually there's a ramp up time. They are playing Las Vegas Raiders, which aren't that tough, but we'll see how that goes. But Rice at least coming back at the right time for him having an injury from Nakua. But I lean your same way, Allison. I think you got the victory. Therefore, EJ will win and become 4-3 in your West. Now, who gets their third win in this next matchup? Which actually, again, I said this about Meow Meow before, and I'll say it again. I think his victory this week shows it. Like I don't even know why he's 2-4. I think he has a much better team than that. When I see it, I like his squad a lot. So I'm probably leaning that way just because I've said that for like 3 weeks in a row now for Glenn's team and Meow Meow. Um, but it is a very close matchup with Suckadicka having some people coming back into his lineup recently. So any way that you see this one going and maybe why?
um, I think I'd go with Glenn just because. I mean, he's got several players in the top 15. I mean, kind of like what you said. It's don't know how he's 2-4. So
Yeah. The only player not
yeah,
basically in the top 15 of their position. Well, I guess Swift is 18th, but still, we'll say 18th or better in their position is Calvin Ridley, and he's got to make a decision there
yeah,
too. He actually got hurt this week as well. That was not on the injury report. My bad. But he got hurt, so I don't know. And he hasn't been that great though this week, this year either. So he does have some issue maybe for finding a wide receiver too. But Jalen Waddle has done well, especially with Tyreek being out for the season. So that's been helpful for him. So you're right. A lot of stuff going on there. But even on the other side, A-Chan has been huge for Suckadicka doing well. Debo Samuel the same if you can get the right Debo Samuel in there. And Roma Dunze had a down week this week, but that was his first one of the year. So got a lot of stuff going right for him on the other side as well. This will be a really good matchup. But yes, I do lean Glenn's way the same way you do. All right. Brotherly brawl here, man. We got Sobro Cases Aces against the Denzel Winningtons. Both of us trending in the wrong direction. Let's see who could get this right. Any way that you see this matchup going?
I'm gonna have to go with Casey here. Just
Yeah.
he's got the better team. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
I don't blame you. I mean, he's already projected to be ahead of me, and one of his players is on bye that's in the starting lineup. So
Yeah.
no, his projection will be more like well ahead. I think if he puts in, let's say Jordan Mason, the projection will be about 122 versus my 101. Now projections don't mean everything there, but yeah, gonna be tough. I would lean Casey's way as well. That way, I hopefully get the victory. But it's ultimately because even Garrett Wilson now, who I traded for, who is having a great year, he's now doubtful, got hurt in this past game, um, which is not good. And I don't really have good replacements. So as you see, all of my players are in like the 30s of their
Yeah.
so not going well. Whereas Casey has that everyone's 25th or better on his team with Mahomes being the number one QB and the number two running back. That's helpful when you have that combo. So yes, I lean that way, and he usually beats me anyways. So going to be tough. The only thing I will say on my side that I don't know that I have really anything to add like to my team. I think this will be what I'll roll out with. Mason Taylor was a really tough. He got me 0.7 points this past week, as you know. But with them losing Garrett Wilson, who else they got to throw to? They got to throw to him. So I'm gonna roll him out there again. So he does. I'm actually gonna roll a two tight end set this week. Hopefully, if George Kittle comes back, come on, Georgie, please, Kittle and Bits, come back. All right, let's get off of this game. All right, opposite record outcome, meaning we have a 5-1 Jerry Jones Hate Club, second in the East, going up against the 1-5 beat the Swifties, who is last in the West right now. Obviously, projection wise, you can't tell because yes, Jerry Jones Hate Club currently has two people that are on by in their
Yeah.
lineup, but from who they can put back into their lineup, I will say looks like they would be about even in projection, something like that. I think beat the Swifties would be slightly ahead in projection, but again, doesn't mean everything. Anything that you see here that might lean you one way or the other, anyone that you're picking to win this matchup?
If I had to go based on trend, I I would have to say Kyle,
Yeah.
but Bob's always gonna compete at least, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, I think Bob may have won had he played Kamani Vidal last week. So he was like one player away from doing it. Vidal is forced into his lineup this week with Derrick Henry out. I guess not forced. He has other guys he could play. One of the things that I noted is he is putting Tyler Warren on the bench, who is actually the number two ranked tight end, and replacing him with Sam Laporta, who is number six tight end so far in the year. So it's not like it's a bad replacement. But I am a little surprised him being an Indy fan. That's a bold move, Cotton, right there. That's a bold move. Just interested to see that. That's actually pretty nice maneuvering. So we'll see how this one goes. But I'm gonna go with beat the Swifties takes this one this week. James Cook has been running real hot. He's been doing well. He's got to sit this week, and Dalton Kincaid, he didn't need him last week, but he also has Mark Andrews who's on by as well. But Zach Ertz is not a bad replacement. He has to get a touchdown in ours to be relevant, and he might do that against Dallas. So that might not be too bad for Jerry Jones' hate club there. It's just I can't see Baker Mayfield staying hot this long with nobody to throw to. I don't see how this happens. So it's tough for me to keep going, but I think Baker wants us to bet against him. I think that's how he fuels his day.
That's how he thrives.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll see how it goes for them. Leaning Bob's way. Pulling for you, Bobo. Pulling for you. All right, next up, who's got lunch? Because Licho Logis, they are 1-5, and at the bottom of the East goes up against Ricky's Rodent Rockets at 4-2 and second in the West. But what is work going to be like this week? What's the tension going to be like in that office? I don't know. But we do have two teams again moving in opposite directions with their squads. Who do you think pulls this one out?
I go with Andy here.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same, probably.
Yeah.
He has guys that are coming on better now. Quinshawn did not have a good game this past week, but he has been good up until that point. Jalen Warren just came back from injury, so his running back room is looking good. Um, Nico has looked better as of late as well. Xavier Worthy getting healthier, and Tucker Kraft a top option in that Green Bay offense. So lots of stuff going well. Even Sam Darnold playing well as a streaming option for Andy. With even good stuff on the bench, Mike Evans might come back this week. He could be someone he throws in the lineup. Ricky Pearsall could be somebody you throw in the lineup if he's healthy, right? So even with good options back there, Leacho on the other hand, having to play C.J. Stroud because Lamar's on bye and's been hurt. His running back room is really where the question mark lies. They have not been great, as you see. Their rankings have been outside the top 30 at running back on his team. He's got to be able to find some way to correct that because I don't think you're going to be able to win in this league or win the league with that being the case. So I think we got to figure out what's going to happen with the running back room for Licho here. Any other notes that you have before I move on to our final matchup?
No.
Okay. All right. Final matchup is your matchup. And it's a first place fight right here because both of you are first in your divisions. Oh, hold on. We got another guest. Hey, yeah, come on in. Hey, a little Tager sighting.
Hi, Tage.
Hello, Tyler.
How are you?
Good.
Are
I
you on
got
fall
my
break?
treasure chest.
Oh, yeah. What's in your treasure chest?
Treasure.
Oh, secret treasure.
Well, what kind of treasure? You don't even have your key with you? How are we going to know?
Shit. Hold on. Let me go get my keys.
Oh, come on, Tage. Yeah, she got this treasure chest at the flower shop next to my bakery. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, like a little cats. Yeah, cats are on it and real nice. It's got a lock, so it's
Yeah.
lock it. Oh, and you have your key in a little phone pouch. Okay, you gotta secure the key, and it's hiding in there amongst your bracelets. I see. Oh, nice.
Got my little keys.
Nice.
Yeah,
There we go.
there you go.
Done. I got like
What you got in there?
Yeah, you gotta describe it now.
I got like a little kitty, and so when
Sticker.
no,
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
kind of like that thing that goes.
Oh yeah, you gotta like move it. It does
Yeah.
different things. Ooh. All right. Well, we can say a few of the things, but you have so much in here. We're only going to go through a few of these things. Okay.
A lot of squishies in here.
Yeah, a lot of squishy animal things. Yeah.
Nice.
I also got all money.
Yep. You have money. Yep.
Rich.
Money. Yes. Actual treasure. Shoot some cool tokens.
Are you on fall break, Tage?
Cool little tokens and stuff. I don't know.
Then I got
Actual treasure. That's cool.
Is she on fall break?
like a little gem.
No, we don't really get fall break here, but we did have it off for Indigenous Peoples Day, for Columbus Day.
Like
Okay.
Oh,
these little things.
yeah. So they did have a break for that, but no,
And so yeah.
lots of stuff.
Oh wait, these things. I also got a bracelet.
Yeah, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi Reagan.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Did Tyler tell you?
About what?
We're getting a puppy.
Oh.
Yeah. What you guys some questions about it?
Oh.
What kind of puppy?
Yeah, what kind of puppy?
It's a black lab.
Black
I'm sure
lab.
you've seen a black
Okay.
lab before.
Yeah.
What does a lab look like?
kind of bigger dogs. They're cool.
Yeah.
They're like labs. They're very nice. What's the
What's the name of it?
Maverick.
you like that name? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
When do you get it?
We're going this Saturday to pick him up. He's in Kentucky.
Oh, he's in Kentucky. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Some place called I think Ebron is what it's called.
Hebron, Hebron.
How far is it from you all?
Like 2.5 hours. It's like it's really northern Kentucky.
Okay.
So,
Probably like Cincinnati.
yeah,
right?
it's like just go across the border and you're there pretty much.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
not too bad. That would be awesome. Are you all ready for that responsibility and all that?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I mean, you just got the apartment. Now you're already. Now, do they have a restriction of like dog sizes in your apartment and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't allow certain breeds, but
Oh, certain breeds. Okay, so
yeah.
labs are fine with the size and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, labs are allowed anywhere because they are easygoing dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to get ready, and each time I finish something, I have this little ball that has an F on it, I think, and I'm gonna hit my mom with it one time each time when I finish something.
Oh.
We just got it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Looks like she got
That
you
was
first.
Mama, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Here's that. Yes, it is a. It's like a knitted bomb with the letter F on it.
Wonder what that means.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I saw it at some coffee shop and I had to buy it. I was like,
Did
that's
you?
cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
So,
Bye.
I don't know.
Say bye, Paige.
My Tage, love you.
We're almost done. We're almost done. Yeah, here's the.
That's funny.
It's got a little wick on it.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
Someone like knitted that. That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty cool. That's like cool that they did that. All right. Okay, let's get back into this. We're almost done here, Tyler. But we were just getting
I left something in here.
okay.
The ball is somewhere.
Yeah, here's the F bomb.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's that phone.
Bye.
All right. Oh gosh, I just heard Allison go doing something or saying something. So, okay. All right, we have the first place fight between your team of Murphy's Law at 4-2, first in the West, first Chubby Down Syndrome 5-1, and first in the East. He does have Ibuka currently in his lineup, even though he may not now. I don't know, but when I pulled it, he did, so he's not getting any projected points there. But he does have the horses to put back in the lineup. Probably put Justin Jefferson, who's not a bad replacement for Ibuka, back in the
Yeah.
lineup. Well, what are you afraid of in this matchup?
Him going off for like 150, 160 points.
Yeah, because you both are looking good. I mean, again, look at your position ranks on your side. You
Yeah.
have no one less than 16. Like, that's amazing. That's an awesome team. And on your bench, you still got the number 14 wide receiver and Drake London on your bench right now, the number 18 wide receiver, Michael Pittman, the 21st wide receiver, and Keenan Allen. You know, so you
Yeah.
got a lot of nice firepower there on your
I'm
bench.
a little stacked on the receiver side, but as far as like I have 3 decent running backs, but I have nobody on the bench for running backs really. So
Well, you mentioned it. Your running backs did not do as well for you this past week.
yeah.
However, they still end at being number 6, number 8, and number 15 on the year in running back position. That's not no. That's a 3 great
Yeah,
running backs.
it's pretty solid.
Too. On his side, though, he's got the number 3 quarterback, the number 1 running back, the number 3 wide receiver as well. Unfortunately, he lost the number 5 wide receiver in Ibuka, but Justin Jefferson is also off of bye. He was coming off of a bye from last week, and he is a number 17 wide receiver on the year, so he could even go in there for him, which he probably will. So, yeah, this is going to be a nice matchup, one that I am excited to see and watch how you all do because, yeah, like I think that you both have, like, to me, what's looking like, at least position rank wise, as the top teams in our league.
I hope it's a close game. I don't. I'm really just debating on receivers who I'm going to start, and then whether I want to
Yeah.
start Dart or Williams. I don't know yet. So
Where are you? Where are you at with your thought process? Because I think you always have a tough one in Jamar Chase. He's the top wide receiver. You kind of
yeah,
have to always leave him in, but with the thought
it's
that he could
he had
be
he had
5 points or
two
35. You know.
he had two really bad weeks, and of course I bench him, and then he pops off. So
Yeah.
and then he played well again this most recent week. So I may keep him in. Honestly, it's between probably DK and Drake London, um, and then I don't know. I may start Jackson Dart, but that's kind of risky. He hasn't played enough for me to like
Yeah.
know, right? So, but I mean, in the few games he's played, I don't know, he's averaged over 20 points. So
No, he's looked good.
yeah,
Um, Caleb has also looked really good as well. So I think it'd be tough to go away from him, especially against New Orleans, that is not that great of a defense. So
yeah,
both of them have, and Jackson Dart's going against Denver, that actually does have a really good defense. So I might stay the way that you have it with you there. But you do have question mark as to what you're going to do with like a Drake London. Like, do you still roll with the three running backs? Do you switch
yeah.
out a wide receiver and switch out one of your two wide receivers? Or do you go three wide receiver look and say, which running backs do I like this week? There's a lot that you got to think about with your lineup. So at times the abundance of riches can be tough also, because then you have to
Yeah,
make these
it's just
decisions there. Getting some of these injuries kind of almost helps at times to
it's
make it clear.
usually a last minute decision because if I'll overanalyze it for 5 days if I keep looking at it. So
Yeah, that's what I end up doing. I end up
yeah,
looking at it every day and switching out every once and again, and then you're right. You go through analysis paralysis and
yeah.
just
And it's
make.
just like screw it, just put a lineup in that you like and hope for the best.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
yeah,
But this will be a good matchup. Honestly am looking forward to seeing how it rolls. You guys went opposite ways this week as far as how your teams performed for you, but that can always switch up, especially with things coming back. If CeeDee Lamb comes back for Dallas, that could mean that George Pickens is not as doesn't isn't going to score as high as he has been, and that takes away a little bit there, but could help Dak Prescott too at the same time. So a lot of stuff can happen either way. But good luck to you this week. Look up to Chubby Down syndrome. He's on a heater right now, and you're the one that's going to have to try to stop him this week. We'll see if that happens.
well, who are you picking?
Um, I'll go back. I'm going to pick. Ooh, this is a tough one, but I'm going to pick you actually in this matchup because I like a lot of your matchups. I like Caleb going up against New Orleans. Even if you stick with Chase and Metcalf, I like them both this week in their matchups. I like London if you decide to put him in his matchup. Kyron against Jacksonville. Jacksonville didn't look as stellar this week. It feels like if they don't get turnovers, their D is just not as good then. So I like Kyron against Jacksonville. Um, Washington's D has been back and forth. We'll see how that goes, but Dallas has just been in scoring position a lot. Javante had a tough week, but I think he's got a better week ahead of him.
Yeah,
It'll be more of how does I think the Giants can shut down Dobbins. I think that can happen. And so that would be the one where I'm like, do I play Dobbins or I play London? That's probably where I would be if it was myself. Um, because I like kind of your other options. And if you're looking to boom or bust, that's kind of how I'd play it. I'd play it as like with how Zach's been playing. He got 180 something 2 weeks ago, 155 this past week. Feels like you
yeah.
got a boom on him, and so therefore you might want to pick your players that you feel can do that. That's kind of where I'd go. So I'm gonna lean your way because I think you have those players that can do so. But good luck to finding out who that is.
Yep, that's always the fun part.
Yeah, that is. But good luck to everybody this week. We are basically over a third of the way through the regular season right now, and basically a third of the way through the whole season because we play a total of 17 weeks. Moving quickly. For those of you who are 1-5 or 2-4 like myself, we still have time. We got plenty of time. We've got what, 8 more weeks to go. So things can always change in that amount of time. They can swing the opposite way, and they have done so many a time before. So keep your heads up. Tyler, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Always.
Thank you for holding off on your dinner and letting it get cold while you did this podcast.
I'm about to go scarf that down.
Yeah. So sorry that I'm forcing you to eat cold food,
good.
But
it was good being on here with you, talking to you. So
yeah, same to you, man. Love you very much. Can't wait to see you again, and hopefully that's soon. All right?
Next time you're in town, we'll give you a tour.
That sounds good. I do plan to come for. I think the 11th is on a Monday this year. Is it a Monday or is it a Tuesday? In November, it is a Tuesday in November, so I do plan to try to come that time frame.
Okay.
So I'll just say that now. I'll try to do that. But so maybe that's when you all get to see me. That'd be cool.
Sounds good.
All right, love you, man.
Love you too. Take care.
All right, peace, brother.
Bye.